Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Fort Smith police have made an arrest in connection to a shooting. Police say they responded to a call after 11 p.m. on Friday in the 1900 block of North I. According to a release, a male victim was found and taken to a local hospital. After interviewing several people, Fort Smith PD reported the arrest of 22-year-old Riley Tobler on Saturday morning. He's being charged with first-degree battery. Police say they believe this is an isolated incident. Of course, we'll bring you any updates at 5newsonline.com. And a third person has been arrested in connection to a shooting at Lake Fayetteville back in February that left 18-year-old Christian Rodriguez Barroso dead. According to a Washington County arrest report, 21-year-old Jose Luis Casillas of Tawnytown was booked into jail. Accused of terroristic threats, shooting a gun from a vehicle, aggravated assault, and engaging with 2 or more people to commit a violent crime. Casillas has a court hearing scheduled for April 17th in Washington County and is being held on a $750,000 bond. More than 90 lawsuits have been filed against Dr. Brian Hyatt, the former director of Northwest Medical Center Behavioral Unit, accused of false imprisonment. Another one of his former patients is speaking out about her time at the behavioral unit.
It was a very traumatic experience. Nobody that worked there explained anything to me.
One of Dr. Brian Hyatt's former patients, who wishes to remain anonymous, recalls her time in the Northwest Health Behavioral Unit. She's just one of dozens of clients represented by Odom Law Firm. Lawsuits filed against psychiatrist Dr. Brian Hyatt allege he unlawfully coerced, abused, and held patients against their will within the behavioral unit. The woman checked herself in there in 2021 because she experienced suicidal thoughts after being sexually assaulted. But to her shock, she says she did not receive any counseling or medical attention during her time there to help her heal.
Some of the other things that I've seen in there to other patients, you didn't want that to happen to you, so you kind of just followed the rules and listened to what you were being told to do because they didn't hide what they were doing to other patients.
The woman says the individuals caring for the patients were medical technicians and nurses. Throughout her 9-day-long stay, she says she never once met Dr. Hyatt.
I believe that they antagonize people. They got entertainment out of saying what myself and other patients were going through in there.
Attorney Monte Sherrod says a judge ruled to get rid of the statute of limitations for these cases, allowing them to help patients dating all the way back to 2018.
Now we have over 140 clients. And the remarkable thing about their story is how similar they are to everyone else's story that we've visited with. It's gotten to the point now where we can finish their sentences. These are people that we just met for the first time.
Along with 90+ civil lawsuits already filed, Dr. Hyatt has 2 pending criminal charges of Medicaid fraud. Sherrod says he believes Dr. Hyatt held patients against their will illegally to carry out the fraudulent billing scheme.
These people went and got the help, and they were preyed upon for having done that. This is a predatory practice that was in place. They believed that they could do this to these patients because they'd never be able to advocate for themselves, and if they tried, no one would believe them.
Well, the trial is coming up this summer, and lawyers say they expect more people to come forward within that time frame. Dr. Hyatt and his legal team have repeatedly declined our request for comment. Northwest Health says it has taken multiple measures to ensure patient safety, including hiring new providers. We'll get to more news in just a minute, but first, let's get a check of the weather. We're starting this week off pretty rainy. Let's see if that's going to stick around. Zach?
Yeah, we've got the swath of rain. It's going to take some time to work from west to east as we go through the day, especially our eastern half. We've already got the rain moving in this morning, and it's going to take some time. We're talking early to mid-afternoon before the back edge completely clears Scott, Logan, Johnson, Pope, Newton counties into Madison County here. We start out soggy. We got a lot of thick cloud cover, breezy conditions. We're going to try to get some mid to late afternoon sunshine to build in. Then we've got one more front to talk about, Joe. This one will bring an isolated thunderstorm chance. Not going to be as widespread, but a few, again, showers and thunderstorms 6, 7, 8 o'clock will be possible. Those will clear out towards the east. Will dry out and clear out as we go overnight with cooler temperatures in place. 20s and 30s expected as we get into Tuesday morning. Tuesday's a cold day, and then more 20s and low 30s, even colder as we go into Tuesday night into Wednesday, Joe.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, the Alzheimer's Association is out with this annual report, and once again, it shows those who care for a loved one are struggling. Right now, 155,000 Arkansans are living with Alzheimer's and dementia, requiring around-the-clock attention from their caregivers, typically family. David Cook with Arkansas Alzheimer's Association says most caregivers have chronic health conditions of their own and suffer from depression, which is why they're establishing the Dementia Respite Caregiver Grant Program. Cook says the program is designed to help caregivers care for themselves.
People are tending, again, to their own personal needs, caring for their family members, taking care of household obligations that they otherwise were not able to do. But the majority of them, again, are trying to just take care of themselves with their break.
Well, he says that they only have $200,000 to give out and that an effort is underway to get more funding for the grant program during the state's fiscal legislative session this spring. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.